everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Gringo Show. Great to have you with us. It's been a busy week, especially if you are in a mariachi after Elon Musk posted this tweet on Sunday night. Maybe Solito Lindo, it will make it to the top of the Billboard charts. Who knows? I just sounded like a gringo. Solito Lindo, right? Solito Lindo. But besides Elon Musk embracing Mexican culture and language, the European Parliament last week voted 607 in favor and 2 against to condemn the AMLO administration for its attack on the independent press and the growing violence against journalists. It's true, a record 6 journalists have been killed just this year alone, and some critics say the Mexican president has baited these attacks due to his public lashings of those who have been critical of him in the news media. So a reply was sent on presidential letterhead to the EU last week that was so harsh, a tia would say, "Es una grosería." You like it? The tia, "Es una grosería." It was so bad, the press was questioning who actually wrote it. Many in his party thought it was fake. Maybe it was Diego, a very ambitious and aggressive intern who wanted to finally be a star. But so when questioned about it at his morning snooze-a-thon, he said it was him.
Hasta ayer Cancillería no estaba enterado de este comunicado. ¿Usted redactó este texto?
En el viaje, con Jesús y otros compañeros.
Yes, that's right. AMLO called members of the parliament sheep. And maybe it's because he misses former Secretary of Government, Olga Sánchez Cordero. Bah. He also called them uninformed and accomplices of a corrupt group, using words that you would never find in a normal presidential communication. So great, add the European Parliament on the list of people AMLO hates, which includes conservatives, journalists, women, Ted Cruz, and Mexican ex-presidents. We're talking about you, Calderon. But I know, AMLO, you like me and are taking fashion tips from me because you saw me on this show last week wearing this. And now look at you, you fresa, you. Everyone is assuming the letter did not go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and people in his own party were finding ways to do damage control. Not so good to be picking fights with the European Parliament. So what's bothering AMLO these days? Usually when you get more ornery or desagradable, say it 3 times fast, desagradable, desagradable, blah, 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 blah. Something is up. Is he nervous that a vote to revoke his mandate is coming up? It's less than a month away, and remember, this is something he created to check on how he's doing, but something unprecedented that does not exist in the Mexican Constitution. No one expects him to lose. Many think the election will be illegitimate due to low voter turnout, and his popularity is high, although news outlets are reporting that it is slowly decaying. Campaign billboards with his big, beautiful face have come up on busy roads, and in a move right out of the Trump playbook, he has been delegitimizing the fairness of the vote even before the vote takes place by saying that the National Election Institute has been hiding ballot boxes in places with a large AMLO following. And I wonder, where would the INE hide the ballot box? Maybe behind the sausages at the OXXO, because no one goes there. And another question here, does anyone think that if AMLO loses this vote, will he accept the results? No. Anyone? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe AMLO is nervous about the new airport that will open in only a few days, 48 kilometers outside of Mexico City. Last weekend, the terminal was open to the press, and cyclists were invited to ride their bikes on the runway. Some commented that it was a beautiful airport that will highlight modern infrastructure and alleviate the traffic at the current airport. Others took their time to make Simpsons-like cartoons and depict it like this.
Si está sentado en una fila de salida, por favor cierre la puerta y deténgala durante el vuelo.
Oiga, ¿cómo es que puedo llegar a Venezuela?
The first flights will leave for Mérida, Villahermosa, Guadalajara, Monterrey, Cancun, and Tijuana, and I guess only time will tell if this airport is a success and if anybody takes off flying a woolly mammoth. In some good uplifting news, Mexican architect Frida Escobedo has been chosen to design the new wing of modern and contemporary art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Escobedo is only 42 years old and beat out a number of her colleagues from around the world to win this opportunity. I'm just hoping the selection committee didn't confuse her, a very prized award-winning architect, with painter Frida Kahlo. Oh yeah, I know Frida. She does great paintings. I visited her house when I traveled to Mexico City last year. Man, we should hire her. Also, Frida is a graduate from the Iberoamericana, who I thought only Marifer from Pedregal went there. Oh my God, I guess I have to go to school and study. All kidding aside, a huge congratulations to Frida and the architect community in the city that continues to do absolutely amazing things worldwide. And finally, a heartwarming story of love, war, and fighting to stay together. 32-year-old Omar Aviña from Michoacán traveled to Ukraine to meet his bride and ask permission from her parents to marry her. The Russian invasion interrupted that plan as they spent time sheltering in a Kiev subway station until they were evacuated by the Mexican government to Michoacán. Now, I'm sure she's much happier and safer now in the beautiful state, and surely it was sad and terrorized by war in her homeland. But I just have two questions. Number one, how did they first meet? And two, had she met his suegra and was prepared for what's to come? I'm just asking for a friend who's looking for love, that's all. See how they did with that. That does it for this edition of The Gringo Show. Please follow us on Facebook or Instagram. And if you really, really like us, share it with friends, colleagues, or whomever. We'll be reading and translating the news this week, so you don't have to. We'll see you next week.
Gringo, Mexico is laughing thanks to you.